It's Brandon with Tico's Cards. I'm a husband and father, an active duty soldier. I've been serving in the Army for 12 years. So this is going to be a little insight of how I got started selling on TCGPlayer. It all started back in 2024 when I broke my ankle and I was laid up for about 30 days in a cast, and then watched a lot of YouTube videos and going from there. I had always had bulk Pokemon and bulk Magic the Gathering cards just sitting around because I used to play Magic way back in the late 90s, early 2000s in high school, like most of us. And kept up with Pokemon, but not too much. Off and on with Magic. And then fast forward to 2013, joined the Army, stopped selling dealing with everything. And then got back into it when I realized a lot of people play Magic and play Pokemon in the Army. And so then I started buying packs, and with buying packs you get a lot of bulk. So this brings us full circle to 2024, where I started watching a bunch of YouTube videos and I was like, I can do this. I can sell my bulk. And I started listing stuff on TCGPlayer, going from level 1 to level 4, and I'll have another video on that later. So 2024, my sales weren't that much. Only made $1,000.71. And 2025 made even less than that, $228.39. The thing with TCGPlayer is you can turn your inventory on and off when you're not available. So for me, when I wasn't available due to military training, I turned my inventory off. So that affects a lot of who can see your inventory, because when it's turned off, your inventory is not live. So nobody can buy product from you, buy your bulk that you're trying to get rid of. So for me, TCGPlayer was it was easy. And then also in 2025, I started eBay and started buying bulk too. And I came across some Japanese bulk cards and I started selling those on eBay. And eBay kind of was a lot better off. Made $4,527 in 2025 on eBay. So you have to weigh your options, like what's going to be better for you, TCGPlayer or eBay. eBay, there's a lot more work involved, and I'll have a video on all of this later on. This is just an insight on where I'm going with Tico's Cards in 2026 and where this channel's going. So first and foremost, we're going to be buying a lot more bulk, and we're going to be listing a lot more bulk. I still have a bunch of bulk sitting around here in my office, and it's still in the long cardboard boxes that you see at card shows and card stores that everybody has their bulks in. And I'm slowly sorting through it and getting it uploaded on the TCGPlayer and eBay. And so a good place to outsource your bulk would be Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, or even your local community. You can go to a card store and see if anybody's selling bulk, or talk to them. They might have a customer that's looking for bulk, or looking to buy bulk or sell bulk, and they're not happy with the price that they're going to offer them. You might have to offer a little bit more, but you also have to look at weigh your pros and cons, because some of these card stores aren't going to really just push customers to you. So you have to have a good relationship with people in your community. And here in Texas is pretty big. You might have to drive a little bit, but being close to Austin, everybody's selling bulk, and I'll have to drive maybe an hour and a half to Waco, or even up to Dallas to buy bulk. So you gotta weigh your options on what you're comfortable with doing and not doing. How to do this with a full-time job. So, like I said in the beginning, I'm an active duty service member. Been serving in the Army for 12 years. Started out as an infantryman and was an infantryman for 11 years, and then I reclassed to a Bradley crew member. So with that being said, a lot of my time is taken going out to the field with training, deployments, or even going training in another state for 30 days. If like any of you guys have any questions about the military, feel free to ask in the comments. Like, I have no issues with talking about my military service or giving you like my tips and tricks or how I managed to stay in for as long as I did. And for me, like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, it's always been a hobby. And in 2026, something I haven't done before was I'm actually gonna like have a schedule set aside so I can devote more time to my family and my job, but also still put time towards the business. And another thing that I want to start doing is I want to start being more active on social media. Not my personal account, but since Tico's Cards is developing more into a business, I'm going to set up an Instagram and a Facebook and start posting more on that and less on my personal accounts. And also, you need to have support from like your family and friends. For me, like my parents, they didn't know I was doing this, and like every time I would go home, my mom would always say, "Hey, you have a lot of bulk. Like, you have all these cards. What are you going to do with them?" And then I would tell her, I'm selling them. And fast forward to 2026, we had just gotten done with the holidays, and my mom and dad, when they came up here to visit me, they brought me all of my bulk that I had sitting in a closet in an old paper box that is unsorted. I still have to go through all of it, but it's cards that I've been collecting since 1998, and my first edition Pokemon stuff is in there as well. So that's where I'm moving forward with this channel, being more active, uploading more inventory on TCGPlayer and eBay, and eventually, like, I'm gonna have a website built, and we're gonna go into selling Japanese Pokemon cards. I was selling Japanese Pokemon cards on eBay, and due to my supplier in DHL, there's nothing wrong with my supplier, but DHL and Customs, you need to do your research before you just start buying stuff from Japan, because lessons learned, and you just need to be aware of what are the repercussions that if somebody messes up with your paperwork, your documents, you need to be prepared. You need to have money set aside so what happened to me doesn't happen to you. Then you have a wife wondering why you're getting a bill from DHL due to somebody not doing their job correctly. But yeah, just a little bit of insight on myself, where Tico's Cards is going, and the start of this YouTube channel. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. God bless. See you on the next one.